Good morning, YouTube. How is everyone? So I thought I'd just give you a quick look around the plot today. I've just got up here and I just wanted to see what activity has been going on, because I didn't make it down here at all yesterday because of the rain, and it still started to spit again. But the leeks are looking pretty good. I did have a bit of rust on the leaves, as you can see here, a little bit down here. So I did rip off the worst affected leaves. In fact, this beans decided to grab onto a leek here. I better have to try and help that back up onto a pole. A string, sorry. So blue lake beans. Actually, this one's as tall as me now. So hopefully they'll start to put flowers out soon. I've never grown pole beans before, so we'll see how they're doing. This one looks a bit sickly. What's going on with this one? Maybe it's snapped in the wind or something. But that one looks a bit damaged there, maybe. But got another one here. That'll probably hopefully train up there anyway. So yeah, we're looking quite good. In fact, yeah, I can see the flower buds coming. A little tomato I popped in at the end here. This is just a side shoot from the sun gold in the greenhouse. So I need to bring some more string up actually and just support that up a bit better. In fact, Beans grabbed hold of that as well. In fact, it's come from the cable over to the tomato, wrapped around the tomato and gone back to the cable. Isn't it amazing how plants grow and that? So yeah, this has got a couple of little, 3 trusses on it. So yeah, just might get a few extra little tomatoes. I've got some little bush beans at the end of this little bed here, just filling up a little gap. A little bit of bindweed coming through in places. A little bit of grass here and there. Just chuck that on there. But I'll take you back to this bed. So the beetroot, multi-sowed beetroot, that needs harvesting again. I did come through here and harvest all the biggest ones about a week or so ago, and these ones have grown on definitely a bit more. You can see the knoll's been here. But yeah, multi-sowed beetroot, spaced about 6 to 8 inches apart. It's done really well. I do need to get some more stuff in this bed, and yeah, more bindweed coming up in places, but I keep pulling it out and hopefully weaken it so that it won't come back next year or the year after. I just keep pulling it as soon as I see little shoots come up. So yeah, definitely got to get some in this bed. I'm going to re-put on my brassicas today, the ones that haven't been eaten by the caterpillars, and yeah, hopefully get them in here soon. If not, I might just put some peppers in it or something for now, but it's a bit bloody cold. So bush beans in this bed. I think most of these ones over this side are polka, which is a yellow variety, and these ones on this side are Ferrari. But Noel's been up here and here again. Yeah, nasturtium's looking really good. I'm happy with that. I took out the kestrel potatoes in this bed, just a couple of little rows on Friday, and as you can see, Noel has been through here. Yeah, just making sure I didn't leave any potatoes in there. He's a good old boy, Noel. Looking over at the pumpkins, yeah, I took the potatoes out because obviously the pumpkins are getting over here, and I didn't want to disturb the roots of these as they grew out, so I thought I'd better get them out quick. I didn't really need them, but I just wanted to get them out so I don't mess up the roots of these. So that pumpkin's now starting to climb along. I'm not sure where it's going to go. I might have to spin it around and do a U-turn over here or something. Button up there, just some random courgette what sprouted in a pot. It's probably something what I've sown before and then reused the compost, and it came up in another pot, so I just thought I'd bung that in there. Yeah, pumpkins, got a couple of little ones at the end of this runner. I've got a fairly decent sized one there. Oh, look at that, that's an even better sized one than that. So yeah, I'm really happy with these. Oh, cucumber here, that's doing well. Probably need to harvest that really. And it's still managed to climb up there. It's probably just climbed up there just in time for the pumpkins taken over it. So that's the Market Moor 76. I've got a butternut squash. Oh, look at these beautiful flowers from this butternut here. So I need to have a look, see if there's any yeah, so that's a female there. So I need to pollinate that, hopefully, when the flowers open. I've got another butternut down here, actually. So I've managed to train this one with these little wire clips to go this way now, along the celery, which is looking quite good now. Have a little look through here. Got some more pumpkins in there. I've never grown pumpkins before, and I did notice that they do send out a little root at where the nodes are, goes down. So in some places I've covered that with a bit of soil. But yeah, I've got a few flowers in here as well. It's just started to rain. I've got some Celset calendula and nasturtiums coming through there. More pumpkins. So yeah, I'm very happy with this. Got the melons over here. Noel did actually dig this one out the other day, and I've hopefully managed to get it back in the ground before it's died. It looks like it's okay. And that's a Minnesota midget, so I don't really want Noel to dig that out again. He's a very naughty boy. But yeah, I'm in a couple of Emir F1 melons here. But it's been so cold, wet and windy, I'm not surprised they're not looking that great a condition, but at least they're not dead. So yeah, I'm not too sure what we're going to put in here yet. Maybe nothing, just maybe train that pumpkin round through there. So I'll take you over this side now, show you the Three Sisters. So the corn, well, this leaf here, I know it's it's pointed up, but it's probably a good 5 foot tall. That leaf where it is there. Down here, it's probably about 4 foot, 3.5 foot. But they're looking really good, really healthy, still quite nice and green. Some more bush beans down here. This little purple one from Ali D, that's surviving. It looks like I'm going to get a crop from that, so that's good. These sweet potato squash, I love them. They're also, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's about 8 on there at the moment, what I can see, and that is really good. That's awesome. I've got a little bee just visiting the fourth sister, which is the an English variation. It's comfrey. So yeah, I was just enjoying that. So I'll give you a quick walk around the bee, the Three Sisters. Sorry. Now this butternut in here, it's spreading really well. That one butternut, what I did see just down there a few weeks back, it was it didn't get pollinated. And this, in fact, I might just let that go out actually. Or should I try one more? Yeah, I don't want to snap that off. There's a little runner coming out on the path, but I might just let it go. So I've got some more bindweed coming up in places. But I'll have to deal with that in a bit. So yeah, so far the corn is doing alright, but beans haven't caught up with it yet. And they seem to be, the beans, they've gone from one plant to another plant. So yeah, I don't know how successful they'll be, because we're not going to get very tall them beans, I don't think. But so far, touch wood, yeah, the Three Sisters seems to be working for me. In fact, look, this runner down here's come down. I'll just give that a little wrap round there. And apparently they grow anti-clockwise in the northern hemisphere. So yeah, keep them going around that way. And I was talking about tillering, like these side shoots. Saying I should snap them off so all the energy goes into the main stem. Well, apparently that's one of those garden myths. You can leave them on. Basically, you've got a risk of damaging the main stem or the root system if you rip them off. They do actually create their own roots down into the soil. They're creating their own sugars and starches and everything, and sometimes the energy from these gets sucked back down and goes into the main stem, so it's best just to leave them on. It's basically a good sign that you've spaced them correctly, the soil's really fertile, and that they're happy. And if you leave them on, sometimes they produce cobs as well. So yeah, I'm going to correct my other videos and say that I was wrong. And looking at the latest information, yeah, leave them on. So far, Noel hasn't been back through here. I did clear out a couple of molehills. And this butternut squash here, yeah, it's not doing as well as the other one, but it's in the shade more. The brassica, in fact, the Noel's been through the brassica bed over there. I'll go back this way. Yeah, so the brassica bed, I think I've put these a bit too close together and I put them out too early. That's where Noel's been yesterday. So yeah, K-lets are doing alright in there, but everything else is looking a bit weedly and sickly. K-lets, these are K-let crazies, and they're quite short, little stocky little fellas. I need to get in there and take them bottom leaves off and stuff. But that's looking quite good. I'm quite happy with that. This broccoli in here now has gone over really. I need to, well, not all of it. I just need to salvage what I can, take some of the leaves off and what have you. And yeah, I might rip this out as well because this is the same dwarf variety as at the house, and it doesn't really produce after the big main. I mean, that's gone a bit. I should have got that last week. But yeah, there's some raspberry canes coming up in here as well, so I need to get them out. Just need to go through and have a good look, make sure there's no caterpillars in here as well. See if I can raise the net up a bit, because those K-lets are actually touching the net now. I had so much rain. But yeah, I've got to take some of those lower leaves off, maybe stake them as well. I've got quite a lot to do today. But see a little bug there. Cool. My compost bin at the moment is just over 140, and it's been, you know, it's probably started to cool down now because it's about 4 or 5 days ago when I turned it. And I did actually combine both my composts into one, so I'm going to turn it into this one, but I need to add some more carbon to this one first. Yeah, so yeah, that's one job to do today. Have a look at this courgette over here. This is I've got I think it's a Romanesco, or it's either Romanesco or Diamante, I think it is. And this one's gone bonkers. Still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 courgettes on it, I think, today. And these are my single seed potato cuttings, and they're looking awesome. They're so green and healthy, and I keep on having to pick little flowers off, but the flowers on them are white. And yeah, if anyone can guess the variety of this mystery main crop potato, what nobody knows what it is, what Steve at Digwell Greenfingers sent us for the competition, I'll give a little prize. So anyone in the comments leaves, you know, what potato variety it is. If anyone guesses it right, then I'll give a little lucky dip prize away, like some pea seeds and some super soil, stuff like that. So yeah, they're looking really good. There's 9 cuttings in here. I haven't done the other cutting yet, but I'll be bringing that up and probably popping it in one of these containers. These are my 3 remaining single seed, and they're still a bit green, obviously a bit yellow, but they're still going. I'm on holiday in a couple of weeks. When I come back, I'll probably harvest this then. If they're still green, I'll leave them. I've noticed another, you know, it's really windy, so that's snapped off. So yeah, they're probably going to die back quite soon. I did notice that this branch and this one actually had snapped off yesterday as well in the wind. But overall, happy with them. They're looking good. Thank you for joining me today on this little quick tour. Still got a few raspberries in here as well, but yeah, bees are still loving them. But yeah, thank you for joining me, and thank you to all my new subscribers. And yeah, hope you comment and like, share, subscribe this video. Goodbye.